gonna jump right into the video. As you can see, I have a fresh face, no makeup, nothing, like no brows. I don't even have moisturizer on my face. I literally just put some cocoa butter lip balm on my lips, and that's literally all. So for some of you that are asking, I will do an updated skincare routine. I do have oily, acne prone skin, so if you are one of those girls, this video will definitely be perfect for you. Alright, so I want to start off by giving my face just a little bit of moisture. What I've been using so far has been the Mario Basque. I hope I'm saying it right. I feel like I'm never saying it right, but anyway, I'm gonna use this just to literally spritz my face. And as you can see, I use a pretty generous amount, so it just really picks my face up, literally, right? No, it's just a little pick me up just to kind of moisturize and hydrate, especially after I just get done kind of going through my wash, you know, routine for my face. So for today's products, I'm going to be using majority of Fenty Beauty, which actually I think everything I'm using is Fenty Beauty, outside of maybe one or two products. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer, and it just comes in a container like this, of course, with the pump. Gonna put some on the back of my hand and then use a brush to actually apply it. Alright, so the brush that I'm using is the Fenty, of course, their foundation brush. It just looks like this. It's the brush number 110. Literally some on the back of my hand. The brush is not damp or anything like that. I'm just taking a little bit of products and literally applying this to my skin. And already compared to this side, I can definitely see that it has some type of glow in it. So it definitely is going to make sure that all of my pores are blurred out, because if you know that you have like oily skin, usually, especially with acne prone skin, usually your pores are just naturally going to be a little bit larger than probably most people that have normal to maybe dry skin. So just really want to get this worked into the face. Even take some like down my neck, because I'm definitely going to put foundation there just to make sure everything is pretty much blended. Even go over my eyelids. And it feels really, really smooth. It is room temp, so it doesn't really feel like cooling or anything like that. Alright, there we go. So now that we have that base on, I actually have two different shades of the Fenty Beauty. So one of the shades that I had been wearing before is 330, and then I also picked up 350. So more than likely I'm somewhere in between this, just based off of like getting a tan for the summertime and things like that. So we'll see. I'm gonna try the 350 first and put this like on the outer portions of my face, just in case it's a little too dark. So one thing I noticed about this foundation is that as you apply it, it does start to oxidize, so that is going to be something you're going to want to pay attention to. If straight out of the gate it's your color, keep in mind it's going to get a little bit darker, so that, you know, that's something that I guess is important if you're not really familiar with the way that certain foundations work. So I'm applying it here. As you can see, it actually looks a little bit too light or a little too orange, so we'll see. I don't know why I decided to apply it to my forehead first, as if I wanted that much product there. Anyway, I'm just going to work this down. And the brush is really, really compact. You can't really cover a large portion of your face with just the brush. However, I definitely like the way that it feels. So it's a lot of fibers in the brush that's going to allow for more of a airbrush type of look. So every now and then I will use a powder brush to actually apply my foundation. And so, yeah, I guess they found like a medium, a happy medium with that. And as y'all know, I have a frontal. So of course I don't really have a need to take this into my hairline, but because actually it's not my hairline. Little Susie from the block, no. But I'm just literally can't talk. I'm literally just using this to cover my entire face, and I did have a little breakout and discoloration here. As you can see, that covered it with like no problem. And this is only one layer, guys. And as you can see, it did start to oxidize on my face, and so it's giving me more of like kind of those yellow orange, I guess, undertones, which is not too bad. Of course, by the time I go back in, I'm comparing it to like my shoulder and my neck. I want everything to match, but by the time I go in and highlight and lightly bronze my face, it's gonna match perfectly. So not too bad. I guess for my summer color 350 works, and for winter 330 works. So I've pretty much used everything that I had on the back of my hand. That was about 2 to 3 pumps, just taking about a pump and a half additionally to go over any areas that I feel, you see that big contrast, how it has to like settle and then you get the true color. But I'm going over any areas that I feel like need to be covered just a little bit more, where I have like discoloration and things like that. And like I said, because the foundation needs to oxidize, it looks a little strange right now, but you just want to kind of be patient and work with it a bit. I'm even taking it under my eyes just to kind of give me a pick-me-up before I actually go in and start to highlight. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this first layer. As you can see, it's definitely a little bit off from what I'm used to, which is okay. Like I said, we're going to go in with some concealer to highlight and contour just to kind of get things back to a regular basis. Now, of course, I do have like the little matchsticks here. I actually usually up under my foundation, if I was not going to be using that primer, I usually would take the color Rum, which is more like a bronzy shade, just to kind of provide a base. But in this case, I'm not going to be using it up under my foundation. I'm actually going to use it as a base for my concealer. So I was actually going to provide additional highlighting and just kind of like blurring effects. Because these products do feel like they get a little bit dry, I'm going to use the back of my hand just to literally warm this up. So I'm just like literally putting it there and warming it up just a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier to use. And then I'm going to take it directly underneath my eye here. And this is actually going to be like the perfect pick-me-up for my face. So it's going to keep this area really, really blurred out, everything really, really smooth. And I literally just apply this in all the areas that more than likely I was going to apply a highlight. So y'all will see. Like, people ask me like, girl, what do you use? What do you use? It's this. The secret is highlighter, some type of bronzer or something. It really causes a blurring effect, which is amazing, so your skin looks like butter. And then of course when you set everything, it's awesome. So I have the color Caramel and Almond. I'm not actually going to use Caramel simply because it's a little bit too close to my skin tone right now. So I'm going to use a lighter shade, which is Almond. And this is what it looks like. So they have the little twist up tops, perfect if you need to be on the go. Just also going to put that on the back of my hand just to warm it up a bit. And then I'm going to apply that right over the top of Rum. Any place that Rum went, Almond's going. I never really highlight like my chin because I feel like it's already like wide enough. No need to accentuate that. So they actually have this cute little beauty blender. It does have kind of like an angle here. It's flat, so it's definitely purpose. Like, there's a purpose to this, right? Not like the standard beauty blender. So I'm actually going to take this. It fits perfectly right up under your eyes. I did not dampen the sponge just because I really want to get a true feel of what this feels like. And I'm literally just going to go ahead and blend out that Rum and also Almond. So I'm just blending it out in all the areas that I put it. And you do kind of have to move quickly because it does dry. But the good thing about these is if it does start to dry out a little bit, you can definitely just go back in with the spray. So like I would use my Mario Basque setting spray, or more so facial spray, to actually just warm everything up, or more so get it moist again, so that I can just easily blend everything out. So it's definitely something you can work with. And already I've kind of used a lot of product and it does not look cakey at all. So I'm just adding just a little bit more Almond, and again I'm just going to go in and blend it out. And I'm filming in daylight because I really want you guys to get a true feel so that you can really see what this looks like, I guess more so in real time. Because if not, if I film with studio lights, of course the light's going to be bouncing off, and it's just not the best. To me, it's not the best possible version of like what this really looks like. So to go in and actually bronze up my face a little bit, I'm actually going to take the color Truffle here, which is a little bit more on the brown on the brown side here, and it does have some, I guess, some kind of neutral undertones, but not too neutral to where it looks weird. I'm actually going to take that on the back of my hand, warm it up, but not apply the stick directly to my face. In this case, what I'm actually going to do, I'm sorry I'm looking down, but in this case, just getting all the product that I want here. And then I'm actually going to take the same foundation brush that I just used, You can use the same side or the back side, doesn't really matter, because of course it's darker than what your foundation was anyway. I'm going to use this to actually contour the areas that need to be worked. So literally just going to apply this in the areas that I want to retract. And it applies a little bit more in a softer manner, so you don't have to work so hard as, you know, with trying to blend out the colors and things like that. And the one thing that you'll notice, like when I'm doing this, I guess, new foundation routine, is more so I'm really wanting to make sure that my skin is really, really nice before I go in to do any brows or anything like that. I really want to see exactly what my face looks like, because that kind of helps me guide like how I'm feeling for the day for even like eyeshadow and things like that. So even on this area, I'm just wanting to retract this just a little bit more. So on one end, I'm putting the contour color, and then on the other side, if I feel like I applied just a little bit too much, I have the foundation color to be able to blend that out. Right? And then same thing here. And kind of melt everything together, and it does not feel heavy on my face at all. Like, it's just a really nice and natural glow. Like, y'all see that? It looks really good. I actually don't have anything on my skin, so why am I looking shiny? I don't know. But I don't have anything on my body at all. So as you can see, this looks really, really nice. Of course, for the brows, this is just kind of like a 1, 2, 3 type of deal. I am going to do an updated, more in detail eyebrow tutorial. I feel like I have not done one in a while, so I'm going to do my eyebrows and come right back. Alright, so when I highlight my brows, I never actually take it all the way inward. I literally just do the very tops up until about this area, so that I can use my brush to blend it out so that it does not look so harsh. Like, nobody wants boxy brows, and as y'all know, I have very little like brow hair, so it can become very easy to get the box brow because I don't really have like hair blocking anything, you know. So just soft strokes work. But like I said, I'll do a very like in-depth tutorial. It's very simple. I could do my brows in probably 3 minutes or less, but yeah. Alright guys, so remember I told you I was going to set this. I wasn't really sure how I was feeling about setting it, but I definitely want to, because I know my skin looks really, really healthy, but at the same time I know that I will get really, really oily. So I definitely want this to just kind of stay a little bit longer. So I have a Kat Von D translucent setting powder. This one literally is my favorite setting powder. As opposed to me applying this in like a very, I guess, more structured way, I'm actually just gonna lightly put this all over the face. So like under my eyes here. So I'm actually just setting it, but not like caking it, right? So not the whole baking technique or anything like that. I'm just literally taking the powder to set these areas on my face. So really it's just gonna be my entire face eventually. I'm just doing this in a very like slow way. I'm not actually gonna apply it here because you see how it has that like natural highlighted area. So I'm not, you see, just very lightly going over that because I don't want to take away that glow, but at the same time I don't want myself to look like extremely oily. So just in the areas that we like really, really need it. Alright, so for eyeshadow, what I'm going to be using is truffles to actually carve out just like low-key contour, not even nothing crazy, but I'm just contouring my actual eyelid here just to give myself a little bit of color. As you can see, that's in a very messy way. I'm going to use a brush to pretty much just blend that color out. So just make sure we get it all over the lid, and it just gives me just a little bit more like dimension in the eye area. And then literally right over the top of that, I'm going to be taking Trophy Wipe, which is, if I can get it open, every time I open it, it's like my fingernails get stuck, so that will be like a flaw, right? But anyway, I'm gonna take a little bit of Trophy Wipe here, have some on my finger, and I'm literally just gonna pat it. Why do I still have the brush in my hand? I'm just literally patting it on my lid. Just like that. Basically right over the top of truffle, just to give me like a little glow, but nothing too crazy. Just on the lid, I'm not taking it up too high, literally just like from here down. Right, so this is kind of where we get a little I guess different. I'm actually gonna take some of the Trophy Wipe and Hustler Baby. I'm gonna mix them two together because they're both like highlighters. So let me show you this. I don't think that I even showed you the first one, but this is what Trophy Wife looks like. So it's like this kind of gold shimmery color, right? Very pigmented, more on the yellow side. And then this one, Hustler Baby, is more like a rose gold with like maybe gold shimmers in it. Gonna mix the two together for my highlight. Alright, so they have also in the collection this kind of like curvy brush. I actually just learned a new technique where I'm actually going to be taking the highlight color from the brow bone. I'm going to sweep it back and then bring it here. So it's actually going to be like a, I guess, like a C motion almost. Yeah. So I'm just taking a little bit of both colors, mixing those two together. Take a little bit of extra off of my brush. And then I'm literally just gonna, just like that. Alright, so this is completely separate. So as you can see, I'm like glowing, but I promise you my skin is so set that this is not going anywhere, okay? So this is completely separate, but I'm going to be taking the MAC Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish to give myself just a little bit more warmth towards the outer portions of my face. So I'm taking a really fluffy kind of like powder brush here, and I'm literally just going to deepen up this area, right? So if they come out with some powders, I think that would be like bomb. Perfect. It'll be perfect. But anyway, I'm just taking some of this just to kind of go over those contoured areas and just to really blend that with my highlight, because as you can see, it's just like, I can't really explain. It's just a nice glow, but I still have that warmth, right? And I can even go down the sides of my nose with this. I'm also going to take some of the Makeup Geek's blush, which is in the color, I guess it's like Kisses or XOX or whatever. But anyway, it's this very nice kind of rosy pink color. To me, in person, it's more coral, but I guess on camera, because of like, I guess the iOS or whatever. Anyway, it's coming off a little bit more blush pink, but yeah, definitely on the rosy side. So I'm just going to take that over the same, with the same brush that I just used to add a little bit of contour. And I'm just going to take that right in the center, somewhere in between where I applied the contour color and the highlight. So just to give me a little wash of color, which I love. So you can even take it like over the tip of your nose. You can apply some to the lips if you want, which I'm actually going to do. Just apply a little bit to like the center of your lips for like a little pop of color, which you can see. And actually, it just gives like a youthful feel. And then of course, for the gloss, I'm actually going to be taking the Fenty Glow, which of course comes just like this. I do also have the lipstick, which I just feel like today's not the day. I'm going for something a little bit more on the natural side. So over the top of that blush, just literally gonna apply the lip color, which it actually already has its own like tint to it. But I just kind of wanted to ramp it up just a little bit. This is so pretty. And then of course for eyes, pretty much all that I'm using for mascara is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. If they come out with a mascara, I think that would be perfect, because everything is so much focused on like natural beauty and really just kind of highlighting what you already have. So I feel like that would be perfect, you know? Then I wouldn't feel the need to put on lashes. But in this case, I'm actually going to pop on some very natural Ardell Wispy lashes, which you guys know are my favorite. I pretty much use those like in every video. Alright, so now that I have the lashes on, I'm literally just going to take a little bit more of that Makeup Geek blush to go right up underneath the eye. So just like in the center, just like a nice little sweep of color underneath the eye. To me, I don't know if it's just like on my skin tone, but it looks really, really nice. It's just like a, I can't really explain it. But anyway, it looks really, really nice. So try it, ladies. Put a little blush underneath the eyes and you'll see how it just kind of gives you a little color to pick you up. All good, and one last spray. And we are all set. Alright babes, so this is the look. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was like one of my favorite tutorials. I love skin. Foundation is like the most important part of your face. No matter what you do to the eyes or the lips, as long as you have a good base for your face, you're set. So definitely let me know if you guys try it. You can send me pictures if you want on Instagram or anything like that. Send them to me. I definitely want to see you guys try to recreate this look. But leave any comments or questions down below. If you are not, why can't I talk today? If you are not subscribed already, make sure that you thumbs up and click the subscribe button, of course. And I love you guys so much. Stay pretty. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, babes.